We saw this over and over again. That's used by different protesters in countries like Egypt and Turkey and Ukraine, Israel now, and it's probably not an accident because it's really easy to use when you outside, like you're not sitting by a computer, and you probably don't have option to type text, or maybe not easy to read. You somewhere, maybe you drive in a car, and that's one factor that makes it really useful and popular. And another is I have these public channels where actually people can connect without knowing each other, which is different from many real-time media. Like you can use WhatsApp, but you talk to your friends, and with Zello you can connect to public channel in your area or devoted to certain event, and you instantly can hear those people, and it's really valuable. It works really well, and in Venezuela, what we saw was different. Is that people really use these channels a lot. Like the first thing when we noticed that something is happening is we saw that it reached the limit for the number of people in the channel that we had. Like yeah, it's right now it's 600, and like for a long time, and it was like in Turkey, like people use the channels, but they like never reached this limit. It was like smaller channels, but in Israel we saw like many channels running at the limit, so that was different, and um, yeah, and I'm not sure why in Israel. No, not at all. I mean, it was a complete surprise for us that it's used in these situations so much. And the expectations was to create a tool to make it easy for people to communicate, to connect with others, like by interest, for example, and by geography. Something we call social radio, like the social media around voice and mobile, and it's really essential because like on the go, voice works the best. Like well, when you're driving, you cannot really Twitter while you're driving. Well, whichever country has the most active events going on is leading in download. So like right now it's Ukraine and Venezuela. Previously it was Turkey, and so we can see like when things go back to normal, we see that like people start to download Zello a lot less, and it's a good thing. I mean, that's, yeah, almost like see that. Well, I can't tell the total number, but I can tell that at peak time we had about 1,000 downloads each minute. Yeah, most of them from Venezuela, and well, at like at peak time, it was total about 150,000 downloads per day. Yeah, well, CAN blocked Zello, and we know that from a few sources. And first, we heard about it from users, complained that it's like stopped working. Uh, yes, yeah, absolutely. Well, in fact, that's a great question, and when I just started, we did have some capacity problems, and we had to add 4 servers to add some spare capacity to be sure that we can handle that load and more. So we did that, and we constantly monitor our service. When we did the upgrade, it worked great and had lots of spare capacity. Like we have, in total, we have 85 servers, and we had more than 1 million people online connected. So if it was Zello, we would know that. But same moment we saw people complaining about apps stopping working for them, we saw abrupt drop in number of connections from Venezuela. We saw like a large number of people just disappeared from Zello at once, which and then we interacted with networking experts in Venezuela. You might saw that on Twitter we called for help, and we got many people respond. Well, we can share the screenshots from our monitoring system, which would show the charts of talk time on channels and number of people connected, and it shows pretty well visible drop just at certain time. It was yesterday we already pushed the fix, so it was the day before yesterday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Well, it is the block is still applied. However, we released an Android update. Has a workaround, so users who updated the Android app, they should be able to connect, and we got reports that it works. And we also submitted an update to Apple and requested expedited review. So as soon as it is approved by Apple, it's available in the App Store. And we also submitted just today the update for BlackBerry, which also pending review before it appears on. Yes. Well, it's an update to get around the current block, and if they modify it to block it again, the app has the ability to adjust and. Yeah, it was specifically just for Venezuela, and because we think it's important to do what we can to help people who depend on our service to use it and get around those. Uh, well, not today. I want to wish you good luck, and hopefully things will be resolved in a peaceful manner. That's it.